23 male wife 26 female can't separate kink from everyday life update. I sat my wife down and we had a talk about the situation. Although a lot of the do it back suggestions were funny, I didn't think they would help much. Instead of focusing on the slip-ups, I told her the result. She was making it impossible for me, as her husband, to be vulnerable with her at all. I love her, but she was making me uncomfortable to even be around her, because I didn't know when she was going to do it again. It was more than just sex, as I expected. She started crying, but she dropped a bomb on me. She's pregnant. I've always wanted kids, so this is a very happy accident for me. This put everything into perspective to me, especially why the shift was so sudden. She said she's afraid of being locked into a mother role and losing the rest of her. She's afraid of getting ugly and me leaving her. I told her I would never leave her, and I would never view her as only a mother or even think of her as ugly. She associated pregnancy with someone violating her and her body because of her own trauma, and she was harboring all this resentment against me for it that she knew was wrong. And these slip-ups, that would make her feel better. At first they were accidental, but then she realized she liked them and couldn't stop doing it, even if she felt guilty. I get that. As someone who's been abused, I recognize there are harmful patterns it's easy to fall into while trying to reclaim your personhood. She made a point to say it wasn't an excuse, and she was wrong to treat me like that. She suggested therapy on her own, and said she never wanted to make me feel humiliated or unloved or unsupported ever again. I'm posting this update because you guys really, genuinely helped. I was going to bed feeling like shit every day, thinking our relationship issues were on me being sensitive or making her lose respect for me. Now I realize I have some self-confidence issues I need to work out. We are both going to pursue individual therapy and couples counseling, and going relatively vanilla for the foreseeable future. If there's ever been a wake-up call for both of us, it's this baby. I'm going to be a dad. I can barely believe it. I can't even describe how I feel. Here's to hoping my kid doesn't find these posts one day, lol. Any first-time parenting tips? Please check in with her to see if she really wants this baby. A baby can exacerbate all those feelings of being trapped, etc. I know you're excited by the news, but she doesn't seem to see anything but negativity around it, unless you've left something out. Don't worry, she is my #1 concern at all times. If she needed to have an abortion, I would support her through it, and I told her that was never a real consideration for her, though. She says finally telling me and seeing my reaction was a huge relief for her. We've been talking about it, and she says she does really want this baby, and I think therapy will only help with those feelings. First time parenting tips: make sure she's evaluated for PPD and PPA as soon as possible. Buy formula and bottles, because you don't know if she will want to breastfeed or pump. Give each other baby free time. Make time for each other. Create an environment that is going to match the reality they will one day face. Let them see what a healthy relationship looks like. Let them fail. Guide them. Don't mold them. And be kind to yourself, too. Just my personal take. My wife was more attractive to me after having kids. She was perfection physically before. Now she gets concerned about stretch marks and a little extra weight. I view them as beautiful. These are the result of her gifting me children. It isn't the social standard expected beauty that women struggle with. It's better. Although I'm 14, I have a baby brother and 2 other siblings, both younger. My advice is to let your kid have a little freedom when it gets old. But no too much. Let them have fun. But don't let them do whatever. Because I don't care what anyone says. Discipline is more than groundings. And children need discipline. Give them a whooping sometimes. Ground them others. Also, congrats. I'm so gappy for you. For how long? Since your wife started calling you kink related names in public? And for how long is she pregnant? Does the time frame match? Just seems to be very convenient to confess pregnancy when you're about to confront her about this name calling thing. Me being sensitive or making her lose respect for me. Now I realize I have some self-confidence issues I need to work out. Did you conclude it after this talk with your wife? Looks like she just persuaded you that it's all in your head. It is not about self-confidence. She was calling you names outside of your bedroom without your consent, putting out on public display your intimate relationship. This is a problem, not your lack of confidence or past traumas. And this problem didn't just magically disappear with the news of your wife being pregnant. Either way, I'm glad for you to become a father and sincerely hope that the therapy will work both for you and your wife. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.